A lot of times people are not open-minded about talking to yourself, They think that if you talk to yourself, that you're automatically a weirdo or you're strange or you're crazy. But sometimes we can talk to ourselves in a way of like to help ourselves grow. Because there's times that we're frustrated. We get frustrated over things that we keep repeating, self-sabotaging, self-destructing, things that we keep doing that we don't know why we do them and that we want to change. But sometimes we can't always have a conversation with another person because they're going to start to judge us, they're going to start to look at us a certain way, and they're not going to really give us, the best advice to improve our lives. They're going to tell you what they think about your situation. So there's moments like, say, if you're trying to search for something, you're trying to stay organized, you're trying to do things that it just frustrates you because you're searching for something. You're like, why do I always do this to myself? Like, I can't stand this. Or when you're running late to work, you're rushing and the light is red and you want it to turn green and you just get frustrated and you start to just get negative and everything is just falling apart. You get some coffee, you put it on top of your car, it falls down. There's all these things like we start to complain or whine to ourselves because we want to change things. So that's why it is good to talk to yourself, not to have dialogue where you're walking around like having a conversation with yourself, like where people are going to start to think you're schizophrenic or you have other mental disorders. But it's good to talk to yourself when you're driving because a lot of times we are alone. We're driving to work, you could be singing, you could be thinking, you could be processing things, what you're going to do later, So you are kind of having some type of interaction with yourself. I mean, with somebody that's closed-minded that looks at other people, they see them in the car talking to themselves, they're going to think like, what's that weirdo doing, or that strange person, or they're crazy and stuff. That people are always going to judge, so we can't worry about what other people think. We shouldn't worry about what people think. We shouldn't worry about what people are doing, like where they're traveling, what jobs they have, how much money they have. Sometimes we have to focus on ourselves. So if we talk to ourselves, we're really double checking, we're doing some self observation, and we're trying to reevaluate our lives to see what's working and what's not working. So don't feel weird if you talk to yourself, because people don't want to admit it. Just like they don't want to admit being alone. When they're somewhere, they need to be with someone. They need to be with a friend or a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend. It's like they need to be with someone when they go out to the movies, to dinner, because they worry about what people are thinking about them. So don't worry about what people are thinking. If you want to have dialogue with yourself, not in a way of like where you're talking and there's like voices in your head and stuff. It's like you're talking to yourself. It's therapeutic about things that you need to do, whether you're double checking things or you're just telling yourself like you need to change. Like, why do you keep doing this stuff? Because it's almost like you're doing the things that you wish other people could do for you. You're doing it for yourself because you know what needs to be done. You don't need people to remind you all the time of the things that they believe is wrong with you when those things are not wrong with you. It's like they're projecting, deflecting in a way of like they have those things wrong and they need to repeat it to you and they need to yell at you and they need to put you down so they can feel better. They need to like control you or manipulate you. Don't get rid of those people if you have them in your life, that you don't need them. You don't need someone that's repeating things and treating you bad. Just remember that you have value, respect yourself, and just do what is right for your life, that so you can find happiness and just enjoy every moment like it's your last, because we only live this life once. Value yourself, respect yourself, love yourself. Peace out.